Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi. Well, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Sarma, as part of the efforts to restore peace and normalcy in Manipur, has held a closed-door meeting with some of the Kuki tribal leaders and Kuki rebel groups in Guwahati. According to sources, and the meeting was held on Sunday night, a day after Himanta Sarma, also regarded as a key BJP strategist, met Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh in Manipur. Meanwhile, in fresh instances of violence, a 22-year-old man has been killed. Ratnadeep Chaudhary has more.
This meeting is very significant. Although this meeting was completely kept away from media, it was more of a closed-door meeting, which sources tell us happened last night. In fact, leaders of KNO Kuki National Organization and United People's Front. Now, these two organizations are umbrella bodies of different Kuki, rebel groups which are under suspension of operation with Central and Manipur government, and their leaders were there. And one of them, actually, this news broke after one of them, Shalin Haukip of KNO, spoke to media. And he said that it was a positive meeting that has taken place. Remember, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Sarma, who is also the convener of Northeast Development Alliance, the political platform led by BJP in Northeast, where all the other regional allies are the member. Sharma is seen as a key strategist for the BJP in Northeast. And what sources tell us is that he has been involved now in this peace building efforts by Union Home Minister Amit Shah. He is seen as a close confidant of Union Home Minister, and sources tell us that he was sent to Manipur with a clear message from the top leadership of BJP, and therefore while he met Meitei leaders in Imphal on Sunday, this key meeting has started with Kuki groups, and he's expected to travel to Kuki dominated areas like Kangpopi and Churachandpur in days to come. And also, as we report this, there were fresh violence in Manipur. One person is dead in that violence. There have been reports of several injuries. This is happening at the time when combing operation continues, and today Manipur governor had also visited Churachandpur, her first visit ever since the turmoil started in the month of last month, and therefore now it seems that efforts of peace building is gathering momentum.
Right, and in fact, the Union Home Ministry's efforts to form a peace committee to restore normalcy in Manipur has hit a roadblock, with several tribal communities protesting against the inclusion of the Chief Minister Biren Singh in the peace committee headed by the governor. Despite these efforts, fresh violence has erupted, and as we've been mentioning, a 22-year-old has died in Manipur's Churachandpur.
Manipur governor, who heads the peace committee set up by the Union Home Ministry, visited refugee camps in Kuki tribal dominated Churachandpur on Monday.
पीस कमेटी भी बना दी गई है और इस चीज को एक पीसफुल स्थिति कैसे लाएं, इसका भी प्रयास चल रहा है। और सेंटर गवर्नमेंट ने घोषणा भी की है कि जिन लोगों की परिवार में, फैमिली में जो कैजुअलिटी हुई है, उनको 10 लाख देकर, और वन परिवार को गवर्नमेंट जॉब का भी है, और जिनका लॉस हुआ है उनका मकानों का, आवास का जो है, रेसिडेंस का, और जो जितना भी जिसका लॉस हुआ है, ये सब इसका एनालिसिस किया जा रहा है। और जितनी जल्दी हो सके मैं ये कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि इन लोगों के अंदर एक जो दुख है, मुझे भी बहुत दुख है, आज लोग कैसे कैसी स्थिति में यहाँ रह रहे हैं।
This comes just a day after Indigenous Tribal Leader Forum, or ITLF, a body of tribal organization that is active in Manipur, has protested the inclusion of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh in the peace committee formed to restore normalcy in the northeastern state. The tribal group blames the Chief Minister for the violence perpetrated against them.
Many children are not getting proper education, proper health care, proper care. How the people are suffering in the state of Manipur due to this present crisis. My assurance from the government of Manipur is that we will definitely protect our civilians from such militant activities.
Already more than 100 people have been killed in violent clashes in the state. The center estimates more than 50,000 people are still in 359 relief campuses. They are not able to return home due to continuing violence.
As far as the security deployment is concerned, a total number of 114 companies of various security forces have arrived in Manipur and being deployed at strategic locations.
The Central Armed Police Force companies are carrying out search and combing operations to ensure peace and normalcy returns to the state. Assam Chief Minister and Northeast Democratic Alliance convener Himanta Sarma also visited the state to lay the groundwork for a peace formula.
The road to peace in Manipur is going to be difficult. Bringing two communities together that have been affected by ethnic violence is a tough ask. But the union government wants to ensure that its record of having brought back peace and stability in the northeast is not dented by what's going on in Manipur in the current situation. With Neeta Sharma and Ratnadeep Chaudhary, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
And in Bhopal, there's been a fire at the Satpura Bhavan, which has some important government offices. This fire has been on since 6 p.m. In fact, Chief Minister has dialed the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh for Indian Air Force's support to help put the fire out. Special Indian Air Force aircrafts will be used to put off this fire. I'm being joined by my colleague Anurag Dwari right now. Anurag, it's been quite a few hours since this fire has, since the building caught fire. There's been a probe that has been announced. What is the situation, Anurag?
Yes, Neha, a major fire gutted entire property on 4 floors of the multi-storied Satpura Bhavan, one of the buildings, housing various government offices in Bhopal. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan dialed Defence Minister Rajnath Singh for Indian Air Force support to douse the blaze, and special Indian Air Force aircraft to fly to Bhopal tonight to douse fire with buckets of water. This is what we have been told from government sources. And the fire, which originated from the 3rd floor of the government building housing the regional office of the Tribal Welfare Department, soon spread to the 4th, 5th and 6th floors, gutting property, including important government files in office of the Health Department. Defence Minister also directed the Air Force A-32 aircraft and Mi-15 helicopter that will reach Bhopal tonight on the instructions of the Defence Minister, and they will try to extinguish the fire. The Chief Minister had also spoken to the Prime Minister, and but no human casualty or injury was reported as the building was evacuated in time. Shivraj Singh Chauhan kept monitoring the progress of the firefighting operations. He also constituted probe panel comprising Additional Chief Secretary Home, Principal Secretary Urban Development and Principal Secretary PWD, and ADG Fire also to probe the cause of the fire. But so far, as per sources, the fire spread fast from the 3rd floors to the upper floors as the raging inferno came in contact with air conditioners and some gas cylinders, triggering multiple blasts on multiple floors.
Right, right, Anurag. I hope this gets sorted really soon. A lot of important documents also in this building. Thank you very much, Anurag Dwari, for joining us. 5 swept away at Mumbai's famous Juhu Beach. 1 has been rescued and search operations are on for 4 others. Excuse me. Boys in the age group of 12 to 15 years were those who had been swept away. Navy and Coast Guard have been called in for rescue. My colleague Pooja sends us more on this.
इस वक्त आप चूक भी बता रहे थे प्रशासन की ओर से कि लाइफ गार्ड को उन्हें जाने से ही रोकना चाहिए था, सिर्फ टोकना नहीं चाहिए था, रोकना चाहिए था।
वही उनको गलती वही लाइफ गार्ड की है कि उनको टोकना नहीं था, उनको पूरा प्रॉपर्ली बाहर निकाल देना था बच्चे लोगों को। जब उन्होंने पानी में देखा तो बच्चे को पूरा एकदम से बाहर निकालना था, उनका गलती है। इतने छोटे बच्चे हैं वो लोग, तो उनको समझना चाहिए।
को जानकारी नहीं थी कि ये बच्चे आए हैं?
हम तो काम पे थे मैडम, जब हम घर पहुंचे नहीं बता के आए थे। बच्चे लोग तो दोपहर को ही आ गए थे खेलने के लिए यहाँ पे। वो लोग खेले फिर उसके बाद में पानी में नहाने के लिए गए, तो लाइफ गार्ड ने उनको देखा। अब जब लाइफ गार्ड ने उनको देखा तो खाली लाइफ गार्ड ने उनको खाली आवाज दिया कि चलो बाहर निकलो, और ऐसा करके वो लोग आगे चले गए। और फिर भी बच्चे लोग पानी में खेलते रह गए। एक्चुअली उनको प्रॉपर बाहर निकल के उनको भगा ही देना था, निकालने पूरा बाहर ही निकालना था, उनको खेलने नहीं देना था।
तो आपको लग रहा है ये चूक हुई है प्रशासन?
चूक तो हुआ है ना मैडम, अब इतने छोटे बच्चे हैं तो उनको प्रॉपर्ली बाहर निकलना चाहिए, कोई बड़ा बच्चा है तो उसके बात अलग है।
एक और रिश्तेदार इस वक्त हमारे साथ
देखना चाहिए, क्योंकि अभी ढूंढना चाहिए। अभी टाइम में नहीं ढूंढेगा तो फिर मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा क्या भरोसा है। अभी है तो मालूम है तो ढूंढना चाहिए ना। तो ये लोग कोशिश भी बंद कर दिया, नहीं मिल रहा है, सवेरे मिलेगा, सवेरे 7 बजे पूछो, ऐसा बोल रहे हैं। तो ये गलत है उनका, 7 बजे ढूंढो। अभी उनको कोशिश जारी रखना चाहिए, क्योंकि बच्चे लोग अभी तक मिला नहीं है, तो कोशिश तो जारी रखना चाहिए ना। वो लोग ने वो भी छोड़ दिया, बोलता है जाओ सवेरे आओ, सवेरे 7 बजे के बाद हम कॉल करेंगे, 7 बजे के बाद टीम आएगी। अभी क्या डे नाइट टीम नहीं रहती है देखने के लिए? रहती है, लेकिन ये लोग नहीं देखना चाहते तो क्या करेंगे।
बच्चे बिना बताए यहाँ पर आए थे,
बच्चे बिना
आप लोगों को जानकारी
हमको जानकारी कुछ नहीं दिया, नहीं तो हम बच्चे लोग को थोड़ी भेजेगा इधर।
क्या तैयारियां प्रशासन की तरफ से हो सकती थी कि ऐसा हादसा नहीं होना चाहिए?
अरे तैयारी तो ये है, यहाँ पुलिस लाइफ गार्ड घूमते, लाइफ गार्ड तो कभी ये साइड आते ही नहीं है बोलता है। हम लोग इधर के मच्छी मार्ग से पूछा तो बोलता लाइफ गार्ड इधर की कोई आते ही नहीं है, लाइफ गार्ड वो साइड ही रहते। जरूरत इधर है, पत्थर बित्थर सब बांध इधर अंदर तक दरिया तक बांध है, तो जरूरत इधर है, उधर जरूरत नहीं। तो हाँ, बीच के पास जरूरत क्या है, इतना पब्लिक रहता है उधर, इधर कोई नहीं रहता और बांध अंदर समुंदर तक है। तो मेन लाइफ गार्ड इधर चाहिए, इधर कोई नहीं है।
That was an extremely unfortunate incident. Now, the Western Railway on Monday short terminated more than 50 trains heading to coastal areas of Gujarat in view of the powerful cyclone Bhopal Joy, and is considering cancellation of several trains over the next 3 days. The cyclone that has now been graded as extremely very intense cyclone. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi held a high-level meeting. Saurashtra and Kutch coasts of Gujarat have been on alert for possible impact, and the evacuation operations are underway. Pakistan has started evacuating thousands of people from the low-lying coastal areas in the southern Sindh province as a fast-approaching severe cyclone Bhopal Joy is likely to hit the coastline later this week. It's expected that around 80,000 people are going to be evacuated in Pakistan. Naintara Singh brings us this report.
Cyclone Bhopal Joy has already developed into an extremely severe cyclonic storm. The IMD has said that the cyclone will make landfall on the Saurashtra Kutch coast and likely cross Manvi in Gujarat and Karachi in Pakistan by Thursday noon. Some coastal districts in Gujarat are on high alert, where the weather has already turned rough, and Mumbai too was battered by heavy rain and storm-like winds. Now, upon landfall, the cyclone is expected to bring a storm surge, also known as a tidal surge, as high as 2 or 3 meters, which is likely to flood low-lying areas. It's also expected to cause considerable damage to both kacha and pakka houses, to standing crops and orchard, and is also expected to disrupt the railway and power lines in some areas. Wind speeds on Thursday will reach as high as 150 kilometers per hour. Now, Prime Minister Modi has chaired a high-level meet to review the preparedness in the state, where disaster management rooms have been activated. Authorities have already started evacuations in the coastal districts of Gujarat, where they've evacuated about 1,300 people so far, and the government has also declared a holiday for many schools just to be on the safe side. Kandla port has been shut down completely, and fishermen out at sea have also been asked to return to the coast.
Right, but for now, it's time for a short break. Welcome back. And hours after reports of a major data breach allegedly linked to the CoWIN app, the centre has claimed that data from the CoWIN app has not been breached. IT Minister of State Rajiv Chandrasekhar has tweeted the data is being accessed by bot from a threat actor database, which seems to have been populated with previously breached stolen data, stolen from the past, raising concerns on data privacy breach, but also has confirmed that it does not appear that CoWIN app or database has been directly breached. According to him, a Telegram bot was throwing up CoWIN app details upon entry of phone numbers. However, there are several key unanswered questions that have now emerged. When did the data breach happen? From which platform did the data breach happen? Why was there no disclosure on the earlier data breach? What steps did the government take after the earlier data breach? Was nodal agency CERT-In informed of the previous leaks? Have the hackers been identified? And Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has taken a jibe on Home Minister Amit Shah. This after Amit Shah in Tamil Nadu actually went on to say that India must have a Prime Minister from Tamil Nadu in future. M.K. Stalin retorted, I don't know why is Amit Shah angry with Prime Minister Modi.
मैं आज कहने आया हूं कि 18 साल तक एडीएम के केंद्र के सत्ता में रही। मैं आज उनको पूछने आया हूं कि आपने क्यों एक तमिलनाडु को नहीं दिया? इसका जवाब तमिलनाडु की जनता को आपको देना चाहिए। मित्रों, कांग्रेस और डीएमके दोनों 2G, 3G, 4G पार्टी है। मैं 2G के भ्रष्टाचार की बात नहीं कर रहा। 2G मतलब 2 जनरेशन, 3G मतलब 3 जनरेशन और 4G मतलब 4 जनरेशन।
பிரதமராக ஆக்க போறேன்னு சொல்லுறது உள்ளபடியே மகிழ்ச்சியா இருக்கு. மோடி மேல என்ன கோவம்னு தெரியல. 2024ல பாஜகவினுடைய பிரதம வேட்பாளராக தமிழர் வரணும் அப்படின்னு என்ன இருந்துச்சுன்னா, தமிழிசை இருக்கிறாங்க, முருகன் இருக்காரு, ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு இந்த வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
And billionaire investor turned philanthropist George Soros has handed over the control of his $25 billion empire to his youngest son, Alexander Soros, according to an interview with the Wall Street Journal. The 92-year-old billionaire has passed the control of his multi-billion-dollar foundation to his 37-year-old son. Now, what are these businesses? The one frequently talked about is Soros's non-profit Open Society Foundations, which is active in more than 120 countries around the world and funnels about $1.5 billion annually to the groups such as those that back human rights and promote the growth of democracies across the world, according to its website. Alexander, his son, has said he's earned this and is more political than his father. And archery is a sport one associates with scientific training, methods and precision. It's also a sport that has empowered an Indian teenager. Jammu and Kashmir's Sheetal Devi is world's first armless woman archer. She's heading to her first Asian Games. Here is her story.
Dreams have wings. They need no arms or legs. Meet 16-year-old Sheetal Devi, world's first armless woman archer, from the remote village of Lohidhar in Jammu and Kashmir. She was born without arms, dreamt of having prosthetics to lead a normal life and become a teacher. But her life changed in the last 2 years.
मैं आर्ची करती हूँ और एक साल हुआ मुझे आर्ची में, तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है अभी कि मैं आर्ची में आई हूँ। हाँ, मेरा सपना था कि मैं टीचर बनूँ, फिर मैं आर्ची में आ गई। मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है अब आर्ची में।
In the last 11 months in archery, Sheetal has won national medals, a ranking tournament in the Czech Republic, and has secured first position in Para-Asian Games trials. The teenager not just competes with para, but with able-bodied athletes too.
शीतल देवी जब पहला इवेंट खेलने गई, वो एबल बॉडी के साथ उसने खेला, जो जूनियर नेशनल गोवा में हुआ था, और उसके बाद में फिर खेलो इंडिया हमारे जो जोनल लेवल टूर्नामेंट है उसमें भी खेली। वहाँ पे इसने सिल्वर मेडल जीता। वुमेन्स खेलो इंडिया, जो हमारी स्पोर्ट्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया ने एक नया इवेंट स्टार्ट किया है वुमेन्स के लिए स्पेशली, तो उस इवेंट में ये ब्रॉन्ज मेडल तक खेली। और ब्रॉन्ज मेडल इस शीतल के और दीपशिखा के बीच में था, जो दोनों ही मेरी स्टूडेंट थी, तो मेरे लिए भी प्राउड की बात थी। और दीपशिखा इतने छोटे टाइम में इतना अच्छा कर रही है, तो ये बड़ी बात है। इक्विपमेंट की हम बात करें, जब शीतल मेरे पास में आई तो मैं एज ए कोच श्री माता वैष्णो देवी श्राइन बोर्ड आर्चरी एकेडमी में एज ए कोच वहाँ पे काम करता हूँ। तो बेसिक लेवल पे हमने इसको श्री माता वैष्णो देवी आर्चरी एकेडमी की तरफ से इक्विपमेंट दिया, और जो इसकी एक स्पेशल डिवाइस होती है जो आर्मलेस बच्चे जिससे शूट करते हैं, वो चेस्ट के अंदर एक स्ट्रिप और एक रिलीज ऐड होता है, वो मेरा ही इन्वेंशन है।
A chance meeting with Preeti Rai in Bangalore changed Sheetal's life 2 years ago. Understanding her core strength, Preeti got it assessed through Go Sports and then directed her to archery in due course.
When I first heard about her and stuff, like I mentioned, she wanted prosthetic arms, and somewhere I got to know, when I heard from the crew that she loved climbing mountains. She climbs trees, by the way. पेड़ पे कुछ दिखा दो ना, she'll start climbing because she comes in from the mountains. So somehow I thought she had a core body strength. So what I did is that I got in touch with Deepti. I told her it's my gut feeling that this girl has amazing core body strength, and is there some assessment? She connected me with Shrikant Iyengar, who did her assessment, and this girl, for the first time, she was exposed to sports and she scored 8.5 out of 10.
It took 2 years for the teenager to start her journey as a Paralympian, win over disability by taking up sport professionally. Just 11 months ago, Sheetal wasn't convinced about joining sport. But today, the power of sport has transformed her life, made her into a national and an international medalist. So much so that today, this teenager is taking care of her entire family. In New Delhi, with camera person Rakesh Singh, this is Rika Roy for NDTV.
We wish Sheetal Devi all the very best. That's all we have for you in this bulletin. Thank you for watching.